Hey everyone, welcome back to the garden. Today is another beautiful evening here in Oklahoma Zone 7A. It's about time to start hardening off our seedlings, so I'm going to go ahead and go inside and grab them so they can come outside and enjoy the sunshine for the first time ever. We're going to be doing it little by little over the next couple days, but it's almost 6:30 tonight, so they'll be out here for maybe an hour just to get them started, so let me go grab them. Okay, here is an overview of our seedlings. You can see some have gotten a little leggy. That's because the lights I have are in the center. So all these that are on the edge kind of lean into the light a little bit. I'll go ahead and show you. Here is our dazzling blue kale, our dinosaur kale. I have purple sprouting broccoli in all of these. Peppermint stick chard, Romanesco cauliflower, lemon balm, toothache plants, Tulsi, mammoth basil, and cardinal basil. They've been undergrow lights for a little under a month now. No, maybe about 3 weeks now. And they haven't been introduced to any little bit of wind, so I've just been running my hands over them every so often. Like I said, some are a little leggy, but nothing that they can't really overcome. I mean, these guys are probably too leggy. So I'll leave these guys out here while we go check on the rest of the garden. I already dumped out the rain gauge the other day, but we got a little over an inch, maybe an inch of a quarter rain this week, which is pretty dang good. We haven't had that much rain in a really long time. I did want to show you, I don't know how many of you guys are fans of orb weaver spiders, but ours laid her eggs the other day, so we now will hopefully have orb weaver garden spiders next year. The mom may have already passed on because we haven't seen her in a couple days. If that's the case, we really want her babies to pull through. I posted in a video a couple weeks ago that I killed my mint. Well, look, it has come back. That just goes to show you how crazy mint is. This is the bed that is still empty. Hopefully in the next couple weeks we will get all the garlic and shallots planted. These guys are still doing good. Beans are doing fabulous. Look at these guys. Starting to get some little flowers forming. This sunflower needs to be pulled out soon. You can tell there is not much left on it at all. Hopefully got another little pumpkin pollinated today. These purple bell peppers are looking glorious. Can't wait to munch on those. I did see some baby beets come up earlier. There's a nice little pile of them. There's some more there. A couple more over here. Really excited for some beets. I'm trying to remember what else we planted the other day. I know there were some lettuces, so I think I saw some here. There's one baby lettuce, another baby lettuce. They are just kind of sporadically popping up through here, which I'm super excited about. I cut some of these zinnias yesterday for a little dinner bouquet. The beans on this side are doing well also. These are my lima beans. Starting to get some little flower nodules on there. There is, however, a major flaw in my garden. So unfortunately, this roughly 2 by 8 foot section is starting to get shaded out by this fence because of the angle of the sun. The peas I planted down there, I'm not quite sure if they're gonna do well or not. They probably get maybe a couple hours of sun each day, not near enough to grow. The same is true with these, which they've been in full sun the whole summer, but with the angle of the sun now coming from behind the fence, it now shades pretty much to here the whole day. Might have to make some new plans in that area. Cantaloupe check-in. Look how gorgeous this cantaloupe is. We also have little baby watermelons coming up. This watermelon has just exploded. I think there's one down here. You know what? I do know there's one right here. Look at this cute little Moon and Stars watermelon. He is growing so good. I might need some support here in the coming weeks as he gets bigger, but for now I'm just super happy that I finally got a watermelon because this plant is massive. It goes all the way there, all the way there, all the way out to there, and then all the way out there again. So currently we're at about 35 days till our first frost. So fingers crossed that the watermelon makes it. I don't know how many days it is. Last year our frost came 2 weeks early. So if it wants to come 2 weeks early, then we only have about 20 days left until our average first frost. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes down. So I did want to chat a minute about the garden and about myself. I've shared maybe around 10-ish videos on my channel right now. And I just realized the other day that I don't have a whole lot of personal information on this channel. So I did want to go ahead and share a little bit of my gardening journey today and kind of where I started versus where I'm at. So this is my 3rd year gardening. This is my 2nd year all out gardening. We bought our house in 2020. So for 2021, I grew peppers in these little 2-foot by 6-inch trays. I grew them from seed. They did really well. I think I grew cayenne and pepperoncini peppers, and that was like the garden bug that bit me. So that was all of 2021. 2022 comes around and I say to myself, I have to go big. I have to go bigger. So I got me a set of 2 4x4 raised beds, a couple of grow bags, and I went to town. So last year I gardened from April to the first frost. I didn't do any fall crops. I didn't do any winter crops. Like, the frost came and I told the weather gods, just take it all. Like, I was done. Like, just take everything from my garden from me because I am so tired. Last year was rough. We were in a drought. It was 100 degrees like every single day in July and August and September. And it was a rough year to be gardening. So when it came around time for 2023 garden, I was nervous because 2022 was hard. And I know a lot of you out there had a hard time last year. And even this year. I mean, it was hard this year too. But I knew more this year. We started the year off wet, like super, super wet. Rain, rain, rain. Inches of rain every week. July came and just dry. August came, dry, hot. September, dry and hot. Kind of a repeat of last year. And careful, come on. Oh my goodness, you're a wild man. So 2023 rolls around and I'm nervous because I don't want to have to go through what I did last year. But overall, it was cool. Hi, baby. It started off cool and pretty much straight to the drought, which again, is no fun for any gardener to deal with. This year, I actually tripled my raised beds. I also tripled the amount of fabric grow bags that I have. And this year, I even grew a lot of my stuff from seed. So last year, I had bought quite a bit of transplants, especially peppers and tomatoes, things that I really had no business starting in my first big gardening year. So this year I invested in my lights and my seedling trays, and I really went hard in all of that. So I started a ton of tomatoes, I started a ton of peppers from seed, a lot of basil, some herbs, flowers, my sage. If you saw my sage in my garden tour, like, it's huge. Like, I did so well this year. Even though my garden isn't the most productive, it brings me so much joy to have. And I think that's one thing that gets a lot of people in gardening is that they don't see the big harvest that you see on YouTube, or they don't have as much space as other people on YouTube. But my garden makes me happy. It's not perfect. I feel like here on YouTube, it can get really hard to concentrate on your own garden when you see so much cool stuff out there. And it's amazing. I love what everyone's doing. But I just want you to be proud of what you're doing, because it won't always be perfect, but it will always be your garden. I did want to take the time to say that because I don't know if a lot of you guys know my gardening journey. So I wanted to share that. And also, as we come up towards the end of the season for a lot of people, I really just wanted to get that little bit off my chest. There's next year, you know, you learn. We have the whole winter. If you are fortunate to have a zone that has a winter, there's so much to do over the winter time to get you prepared for next year. If no one's told you today, you are doing so well with garden. Even if you may not feel like it. Trust me, you are. You will learn so much, and just learning is like half the battle. I mean, we don't come out of the womb knowing how to garden. So if you grew anything this year, you are doing great. And I really hope you stick with it and you just learn from it. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'm here if you have any questions or ever want to talk about anything gardening. Make a comment, I'll reply. You know, we're all going to make mistakes. So if you're making mistakes, you're doing gardening right. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.